El Shaddai, Shaddai, whatever will be, will be. The future's not mine to see. El Shaddai, Shaddai. Greetings. Do you believe in that song? I don't. I believe that my future is in my hand. My philosophy is, life is what you make it. Oh, that is not the reason I am here today. My purpose here today is to conduct an interview of me. This is how it will work. The interviewer will be positioned here, and the interviewee answering the questions will be positioned here. When the interview is finished, I will position here. Welcome, Adrian, to this interview. Now, I'm going to ask one thing of you, is that you try and keep your answers short, because I would like this interview to be between 5 and 8 minutes long. My first question to you, Adrian, tell us a little about yourself and what do you do? My parents gave me the name Adrian Theophilus Brown. Adrian means rich. Yeah, I love that. Theophilus means lover of God. But I give myself the name Adrian, health entrepreneur. I am married to a beautiful lady, Colinette. I'm a Christian. We don't have any biological children. We have adopted a few. I am a guidance counselor, school guidance counselor by profession. And I have chosen that career because I love to help people. I am now on the internet, working on the internet, developing a business on the internet. And my goal is to help 1 million people on every continent on the globe. Adrian, you use a word in describing yourself, health entrepreneur. Can you tell us a little more about what you mean by that? Health entrepreneur. I am a health zealot. I am very concerned about my health. I believe in, I practice, and I teach good health. So when it comes to my health, I believe that I have 100 responsibility for the health which I am in. I believe that my body is a temple of God, and I select what I put into my body. Very health conscious. I make it my duty to teach and inform others about how they need to take care of their health. And so I use the internet as a medium to inform people, and I am developing a business at the same time. So I teach, believe, and practice good health, and you can be living a good life and enjoying it. Okay, well said. Adrian, what in your understanding or experience are the basic foundation principles that entrepreneurs must have in order to run a successful and sustainable business on the internet? There are a number of principles really that are necessary, but I will mention just a few which I believe are the basic foundation for anybody to be successful on the internet. One is to be yourself. Be yourself. And in order to be yourself, you have to find yourself. Know what you believe in, what you are passionate about, what is your purpose. And to be yourself, you have to be honest. You have to be a person of honesty. You have to be a person of integrity. You have to be a person of, you can trust yourself and people can trust you. So that's one, be yourself. The second thing that one needs to be successful is you must invest in your self-development. You must invest in yourself. You must spend time to develop yourself. And when you do that, you can become more of a person of value, so that you can offer value to others on the net. The third thing I want to mention in being successful on the net is you must invest in yourself. You must also invest in people. Because when you invest in yourself, then you are now in a position to offer value to people. And people will now be attracted to you because you are giving them something of value. And I want to say to you that if you don't recognize that you must invest in yourself and in people, you will not stand a chance to be successful on the internet. Because people is what will make the difference. You have to learn to love, respect, and care for people. You have to develop good relationship with people. Believe this, Andrew Carnegie, or one of those famous business persons, said once, I would rather have 1% of 100 people's effort than 100% of my own. That's what it takes to be successful on the internet. You have to recognize that it is people that will make you successful. So you have to invest in people. There are many persons on the internet that are struggling. You know why? They love money and they use people. The secret is, if you want to be successful, love people and use money. Well said, Adrian. But here is a dilemma. Here is a dilemma that we face. There is a lot of garbage out there. There are dishonest and unscrupulous persons on the internet. How does a person escape these dishonest and unscrupulous individuals? How does this person avoid being ripped off and being scammed by these individuals who are there with their sole purpose is to earn a quick buck and to rip you off in doing so? What advice would you give to help persons to avoid these pitfalls? But as I said, the answer to your question is, there's no easy way out of this. Can I be true to you? There is no easy way out. You know, when I want to become an entrepreneur, I went and, I was interested in the word, I love the word, and I went and looked what it means. And one of the meaning of entrepreneur is a risk taker. Someone who will take risk. You know why 95% of persons out there are not living their dream, are not pursuing their dream? Is because they realize that it involves risk. And you go and do your own research and check out there. 99% of successful business people, entrepreneurs out there, they have been beaten, they have been robbed, they have been lied to, they have been cheated, they have failed, they went through it all. So I would say it is a learning process, it's a learning curve. You will have to experience some of this in order to achieve success. One of my online mentor, Dr. Mike Murdoch, he said, as a Christian, he's a pastor, and he said that when you study the Bible and you understand the Word of God and you apply that to your life and you immerse yourself in it and you allow the Word of God to saturate your mind, whenever you hear a lie, you can quickly discern it and pick it up. That is not the Word of God. I say that to say, for you to do a business online, for you to identify the real business from the counterfeit, from the scammers, it's going to take some doing. There's going to be a learning curve. You have to take calculated risk. That is why many people are not willing to go that route. But you are going to face some of these challenges. Adrian, what route would you recommend that a new person these entrepreneur-minded person, what would you recommend that a new entrepreneur entering the online business, where would you recommend that this person go? What route should he take to achieve success online? Achieving success is a learning process. As I said before, there are a lot of garbage on the internet. And once you are on the internet for any length of time, you are going to see them coming up before you, telling you to just press that button and you get rich overnight. Whenever you see anything like that, turn the opposite direction and run, because there's nothing like that. For you to be successful on the internet, there are basic principles that you have to learn. It's a learning process. Just like how you go to, you want to be a doctor, you go to college. You want to be a teacher, you go to training. You want to be a plumber, you get training. It's a process. It doesn't happen overnight. One good thing about the internet and those career and professions that are operated in the world is this. What you would normally take 4 or 6 years, I spent 4 years in college. What you would normally spend 4 years learning out there, you can take 6 months on the internet and learn and start earning. Start to earn a salary that can outdo what you would normally earn out there. And persons are doing it in 6 months or less. The company that I am in, start today, and in 3 months' time, in 90 days, you can be earning a comfortable income. But you still need to understand some basic principles. For example, 1, you have to be passionate about something. You have to love something. And when you identify your area of passion, you apply that to an industry that it falls into. And you start to narrow that down into a niche. And you identify a niche in which on the internet it is lucrative and it is profitable to operate in. Meaning, money is being spent in it and a lot of people are involved there. So once you identify that, you know you have a lucrative niche in which you can operate in. So the first thing you're going to need a domain name. A domain name is that which you're going to choose a name that applies to you and the niche in which you're going to operate in. So that when people search for something applicable into that niche, your domain name can fit in and come up in their search. So you're going to need a domain name. And you can get that from many companies that provide domain names. There are many of them out there. I use GoDaddy and Namecheap. Those are the 2 I use. But there are many of them out there. So you need a domain name. Secondly, you're going to need somewhere to host that domain name. You're going to need a hosting body. And again, there are many of them out there. I use HostGator. Of course, you can host it at the same place where you buy it. But you can choose to host it elsewhere. And there are many companies that provide that service. I use HostGator because I love them. So you need a domain name. You need to have it hosted. You're going to also need an autoresponder. An autoresponder is a software that will help you to capture people's information, email and name, whatever you need. Of course, there are many autoresponders out there again. I use Aweber and GetResponse. Those are the 2 I use, but there are many of them out there. So, one reason why you need this autoresponder is in order to capture the emails people out there. Without an email list, you really don't have a business. An email list is your online business. Without a list, you really don't have a business. And so you need that autoresponder in order to build your list. In everything that you do on the internet, your focus should be to build your list. Because as you build your list, You cultivate that list, you care for that list, because that list is what's going to make you or break you. If you don't have a list, you really don't have a business online. So you need the autoresponder in order to build your list. Best way to use that autoresponder is to get a lead capture page, and you put the autoresponder in that lead capture page. You put that lead capture page in the presence of people, and you offer them a free gift, something of value that they can give their information to you in exchange for this free gift. And it must be something that is applicable within the niche in which you are operating. Something that can help them in one way or another within their area of interest. The good thing about this is, as you give them your name, you can be earning at the same time. Wow, Adrian, I hear you. You're giving us a lot of information there. But it sounds like, one has to know and do a lot in order to be successful online. It sounds like that to me too at first. But you see, when I get into it, I discovered that it is pretty easy. It's not difficult at all. It sounds this way because of persons who have no experience or understanding of what I'm talking about. But when you get into the nitty-gritty, you discover that it is easy. And what top the cake, what is easier than ever, is to find a company or a business like the one that I am in that will make this so much easier for you. Because of the company that I am in, all that I need to do is to get a domain name, get a hosting account for it, get an autoresponder, done. This company, once you have that information, they provide you with the lead capture page. All you need to do is to attach your autoresponder to that lead capture page. All that is left for you to do is to find targeted traffic and direct them to that lead capture page. That is how easy it can be. So you can start a business and start earning in quick succession if you learn how to do it right. Somebody say there are two ways of learning to do things right on the internet. It's you can learn through mistake, or you can learn through a mentor. I have learned most of mine through mistake. And I now learn that I need a mentor to be successful. And this company that I am in, they provide mentors of highest quality, those successful people in the business. They in this company, they are there to guide you and to help you along. Because, in this business that you are online, you need to understand that you have to you have to learn, just as in any other business, any other company. You have to learn certain basic principles. It is just the way it is. You have to be willing to roll up your sleeve and learn. But the good thing about internet, is that it is much easier. The learning period is much shorter. I think our time has run out. You keep making reference to the company you are in, and you seem to be proud of it. But you have not said which company. Do you mind telling us which company you are so proud of? Before I mention the company, I need to tell you that I am on the internet from 2006, that is 7 years now. And I have tried, you name them, I have bought them, I have tried them. And I earn a little dollar here and there. Nothing to come close to provide me with the lifestyle that I am dreaming of. And you know what? I do believe that many of these companies that I have tried, that they are real, they are genuine. But I think where they fell short is that they did not have that knack. They did not have that ability to make simple some of those techniques that ordinary people could understand and maneuver. I think that is where they fell short. This company that I am in, the ordinary person are now making money who have never made a dime online before. They are now making a decent living with this company. This company, I am proud to say, it is Empower Network. And I think they have given themselves the right name because they are really empowering individuals to take control of their life. When I saw this company first, I, being skeptical, something clicked in my head, but because of this skeptical nature, being bitten so many times, I ignored it. But I came across it again, and something in me tells me to take a deeper look, take a closer look. And I mentioned the Reverend Dr. Mike Murdoch already. He's my online mentor, one of my online mentors. And Dr. Mike Murdoch said, if you are going to be successful online in life, you have to have wisdom. And this is how he defined wisdom. He said, wisdom is the ability to discern differences. The ability to identify differences. Differences in time, differences in people, differences in opportunity. And so I believe it is wisdom. And I thank God for the wisdom that comes from God, because Proverbs 4 and verse 7 says, wisdom is supreme. In everything, get wisdom. Though it cost all that you have, get understanding. So I believe that it is the wisdom of God that gives me that discerning spirit to identify that when I came across this company, that I did not dismiss it. Because all that I have to do in this company is to find traffic, laser focused traffic that are targeted in the niche in which I am operating in, and direct them to my lead capture page, and my work is done. Because what this company does, when you get into the lead capture page, they have upsells in the back office, and they are two of the best in the online business, David Sharp and David Wood. These guys know what they are doing. They know what they are doing. And so they make the thing so darn easy that when people get into these lead capture page, it's like they are spellbound, because it is done so perfectly that up to 50% are taking action. And so these upsells in the back office, you have nothing to do with it. The company just have that well organized. Wow, that was good. Adrian, thank you very much. We have gone over the prescribed time, but I think it was worth it all. Thank you, and I wish you all the best on your online business. God bless. Thank you too. That was an interview of me. I do hope you enjoyed and you get something from it, and I wish you all the best too.